Another plot against President Donald Trump. President Trump attends UFC 314, and the White House prepares for an extraordinary Holy Week. Here's the top 5 reasons Trump is trending today. All right, number 1 reason Trump is trending today. The FBI say that Wisconsin teen Nikita Kasap wiped out his parents in order to fund an elimination attempt of President Donald Trump. This was supposedly part of an elaborate attempt. If you can just look at the eyes of this maniac here, this kid Nikita Kasap, 17 years old, teenager in Wisconsin. He whacked his parents in a plot to gain money and independence that he needed to have an elimination plot against President Donald Trump and overthrow the United States government. Authorities say he purchased a drone and explosives and intended to use them as a weapon of mass destruction. Investigators also found that his phone contained links to the Order of Nine Angels, which is a satanic cult. The FBI describes him as promoting terrorism, violence, and all kinds of sick and twisted stuff. This coming off the heels of another guy that we found out from Butler, Pennsylvania. We know that's where President Donald Trump, they had that first attempt where Trump was shot in the ear. This guy was a Butler man accused of threatening to eliminate President Donald Trump, take out ICE agents, and commit a mass mayhem. The Department of Justice said this 32-year-old maniac's name was Sean Maher, posting threatening comments on a YouTube channel under the name of Mr. Satan. So 2 guys here linked to trying to eliminate President Donald Trump, both Satan worshipers apparently. There is real evil in this country, no doubt about it. The media is complicit in this stuff as well. The media has got people so riled up and making you think that Trump is Hitler reimagined. They got you thinking that Trump needs to be eliminated, and you are going to spark more and more of these people, these maniacs that think they're going to save the world by taking out President Donald Trump, whose life is constantly in danger because of not only just normal maniacs, but because the media and the Democrats who condone all this violence that's going on against Tesla will not come out and tell their base to stop with the violence and the violent rhetoric. It's going to continue. We pray for President Donald Trump and his family. Number 2 reason Trump is trending today. Trump makes an epic entrance to the UFC arena in Miami last night, UFC 314. He entered to Kid Rock music. He was flanked by 2 of his grandchildren. All the big hitters were there: Tulsi Gabbard, Cash Patel, RFK Jr. To the rest of the world, President Donald Trump is who he is, the greatest president of all time, the president of the United States. But to his grandkids, he's just grandpa. And imagine how awesome it must be for these kids to get a chance to go in and see the love. I mean, the amount of love and admiration for their grandfather, the President of the United States. That place absolutely erupted last night. Every time they showed President Donald Trump on the screen, you could hear it. They would do their celebrity panning of different celebrities in the crowd. Every time they would hit on President Donald Trump, the place went absolutely bonkers. He is loved by the people, despite what the media may tell you. We did have one of these controversies as Trump was shaking hands. He passed by RFK Jr., shook his hand, and then it looks like he skips his wife. So it was a big thing on social media, blew up. His wife, Cheryl Hines, got the snub from President Donald Trump. But then we show the full version of what happened. Trump goes back, he engages and has a conversation with her as well. So he didn't give her the cold shoulder that was being played on. Possible that he just missed her hand was out there, whatever it may be. But he did come back and talk to her. But anyway, President Donald Trump attending the UFC event. It's awesome to see the President of the United States sitting there enjoying the fights. He is a man of the people, 100%. Number 3 reason Trump is trending today, he gets a clean bill of health after he had his physical. Of course, the left-wing media was all talking about, oh my God, he's not fit to be president. We know about the last president who was definitely not fit to be president. They didn't seem to care about that. The summary from his physician says President Trump remains in excellent health, exhibiting robust cardiac, pulmonary, neurological, and general physical function. His active lifestyle continues to contribute significantly to his well-being. President Trump's days include participation in multiple meetings, public appearances, press availability, and frequent victories in golf events. President Trump exhibits excellent cognitive and physical health and is fully fit to execute the duties of the commander-in-chief and head of state. We know that just by watching President Donald Trump. They can't keep up with this guy. He's constantly on the move. He don't drink. He don't smoke. He looks healthy. He looks strong as an ox, and he gets the clean bill of health from his physical. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today, Bill Maher is coming under fire from his own side here as the liberals start melting down and start calling out Bill Maher just because he went and sat down and had a dinner with President Donald Trump and then spoke about it openly, about his true feelings about what he expressed that he was impressed, that he thought that he had the wrong read on President Donald Trump. When he was visited with President Donald Trump, he he was kind of shocked by the way of how awesome that President Donald Trump was interested in his ideas, gave him the floor, wanted to hear his opinion on stuff. Bill Maher had this opinion that many people on the left have because of the left-wing media have painted this picture of President Donald Trump differently. So Bill Maher goes and he explains this and expresses this to his audience, and the left-wing media could not have it. You had this left-wing lunatic here, Josh Rogan, on Bill Maher saying, for Trump, it was a PR stunt. And in his view, you're a prop in that PR stunt. Well, Bill Maher fought back against that, and he shut that guy down. Piers Morgan was also on that program and shut that down. But people on the left, you want to talk about a left-wing lunatic with Trump derangement syndrome level 10, Keith Olbermann, who totally lost the plot on life. He puts, by the way, don't overanalyze Maher prostituting himself to Trump. Maher works for the same fascists at Warner who took over and corrupted CNN. I've known Bill since 1978. He was a shameless opportunist with no real principles then, and he remains so. This is so he can help keep his HBO show. No real principles. This guy, Keith Olbermann, he's one step away from the insane asylum. Trump has totally destroyed this guy's life. He has gone from like a sports analyst to just a total lunatic. But again, this was what we saw from the left. They have to attack anybody that tries to give President Donald Trump credibility. And this is exactly what Bill Maher is seeing now. And he's getting an opportunity to see what happens when you keep everything else about you the same, but you actually listen and say, oh, let me hear what this guy has to say. You can't do that. The left will shut you down, and they will not allow that to happen. And so that's exactly what we're seeing. Props to Bill Maher for being able to go across the aisle, being able to go to President Donald Trump and have an open mind and listen. We need more people to be able to have a civil discourse in this country and not go from 0 to 60 in 1 second every time you mention the name Donald Trump. Number 5 reason Trump is trending today, the White House is gearing up for an extraordinary celebration for Holy Week. Ain't that a shift from the last 4 years when we had a different day of visibility on Easter, right? We will not see that this year from President Donald Trump. President Trump's White House saying that this week, Monday, there'll be a special Holy Week video message from President Donald Trump. Wednesday, the White House will host a pre-Easter dinner featuring hymns performed by the Marine Corps. Holy Thursday, there'll be a worship service held at the White House with participation from Pastor Paula Reed, Reverend Franklin Graham, and others. These observances are going to be all about, this is the holiest week in Christendom. This is the week that we focus on so heavily, and it all leads into Easter Sunday. And I'm grateful that President Donald Trump, as he said last year when they did a different type of observance on Easter, he said, we're going to have our Christian Day of Visibility on November 5th. And boy, did we ever have a Christian Day of Visibility on November 5th, leading us now into an extraordinary celebration of Holy Week in the White House. That's the breakdown I got for you guys. If you enjoy these rundowns, make sure you follow the podcast so you can hear the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.